Hello, it's Bailey and welcome back to my channel. I am starting this vlog a whole day late. It is Tuesday. The Squash It series readathon started on Monday, but it's Tuesday on my lunch break. Basically, I have a sick kid for the first time ever, so I've just been juggling that. It's been a lot to get her up and out of the house. I'm very grateful. My mom actually ended up having some time off this week, so she's been able to just take her, so I didn't have to super worry about it. Also, I did get her checked out. It's not COVID. She doesn't have strep. They think it's just a virus. And last night I did reading sprints on my channel, so it's hard to I was basically just in a hurry yesterday and I didn't get that far anyway. I started the readathon with Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. When I rolled, I landed on Flowers on the Cover. So that's the prompt I'm working on. I did this morning switch to the audiobook of it at work. I didn't want to listen to this one on audiobook, but now that I am listening to the audiobook, I think the audiobook might be working for me better. So I'll probably continue it that way regardless. But like I said, right now I'm just on my lunch. I'm going to go into this building, grab my lunch, and I will talk to you guys later this evening. Okay, it is evening time now, and I made it to page 150 by listening to the audiobook today at work, but I do think I'm having different experiences with the audiobook and the physical book. Personally, the action sequences work better for me via audiobook, but I struggle to connect to characters on the audiobook, so I'm enjoying that part more when I'm reading physically. So now that I'm home, I think I am going to switch back to physically reading this. My plan for the readathon is once I get to 50% of a book to roll again for my next prompt. And I guess I haven't mentioned, I intend for each of these vlogs to be 2 books long. So if I can read 100 more pages tonight, I'll be able to roll again. I'm not sure if that'll happen or not. It might be tomorrow. I am staying home until noon with Mabel tomorrow, and then my mother-in-law is gonna come watch her. So I do have some time in the morning that I wasn't planning on having. But for now, I'm gonna try to read some more of Our Violent Ends. I also should probably mention, if you're not aware of what Squash That series is, I will link my announcement video here. And like I said, I also did include my first roll in my March TBR. Okay, I don't have my tripod near, so I'll try to hold my camera as steady as I can, but I'm gonna do my next roll, and I'm leaving from Flowers on the Cover. 10. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A companion. And I think I already know what I'm going to read for that. I will pop in and let you know in a second here. Okay, so for companion, I am going to read The Viscount Made Me Do It by Diana Quincy. It was either at the end of last month or right at the beginning of this month, read the first book in that series, and I actually have an arc of the 3rd book that I want to get to this month. So I do want to read the 2nd book so I can get to that 3rd book arc. I gave the first book in the series 5 stars, so I'm really excited to get to this one. It's a historical romance. I'm not exactly sure what this specific one is about, but I'll pop in and let you know once I've read probably 100 pages or so. But my thoughts on Our Violent Ends so far, I'm definitely not enjoying it as much as I was the first one. I'm just not rooting for, I guess, the relationship. It's a lot more wishy-washy in this one, I feel like. In the first one it felt like they were reconnecting, and in this one it feels a lot more like they're I hate you, I love you, I hate you, I love you. So there's that. Also the first one, I think just the plot in that was a little bit more interesting to me. This one has a lot to do with acquiring a vaccine, kind of. So we'll see how it pulls through in the end, but those are kind of just my thoughts so far. I'm also not mad that that last roll was a high roll, because it got me pretty far on the board. I'm hoping after today that Mabel will be done being sick and that my reading and week will pick up. Also the weekend I'll obviously have more time. So not mad at all. The Viscount Made Me Do It, I'm definitely gonna read physically or via ebook. So I'll probably choose to continue Our Violent Ends on audio. Like I said, I am going to work this afternoon, so there's my plans there. Hello, it is Friday now, so it has been days, but Huck is literally still barking because the mail lady was just here and my book came. Huck, be quiet. So when I rolled to read this on, I think it was Wednesday, I did just go ahead and order it off of Amazon. One second, I'm gonna get him to stop barking. Thanks, babies. No. We've got noise happening in this house. What can I do about it, truly? Oh, you're okay. For anyone wondering, Mabel is feeling much better. Yesterday we did go back to the doctor, and so she's been on a Pedialyte diet, and she got the good old suppository so that her stuff is flowing good now, and I can tell she's feeling much better. I did end up also catching whatever cold she had, but I'm also starting to feel better now. So I'm ready to start reading again. This is not how I wanted my first week of Squash That series to go, but I hope you guys are all having a good time, and I'm still hoping to catch up. I do want to get to that finish line. But as I was saying, the Viscount made me do it, just came in the mail right as I was about to start doing some sprints on Discord. There is a Discord for the Squash That series reading challenge, readathon, and so this is what I'm actually going to sit down and start during these sprints instead of listening to the audiobook. If I didn't mention, I haven't hardly read a page since I talked to you last days ago either. So now's the time. We're gonna resume the readathon. Okay, I'm definitely a little bit sick. It's Saturday now, but I would rather be sick than my baby be sick. But I'm just here to let you know that I think I'm obsessed with this series. I'm about 70 pages into this one now, and I'm really, really enjoying it. The first book in the series was the first historical romance I've given 5 stars to in like quite some time, and then now to also enjoy the second, I think me and Diana Quincy are just on the same wavelength, and I might have a new favorite author. We basically have a working woman in this book. She's a bone setter, which my understanding is basically like kind of like a chiropractor, question mark. But it's like frowned upon because she sees patients, male patients, like in private, so she could be ruined, so she like pretends to be married. And so far, like, the main love interest is interested in her because she for some reason has this necklace that he insists was his mom's, but it was like stolen when she died or stolen at some point. So he's trying to figure out why she has this necklace. So he starts to see her, but she also heals him, and he like is getting really protective of her. This is a terrible explanation, but I'm really enjoying it. And I'm about to sit down and start reading more today. Hello, it's me. I'm here to update on both books. Firstly, I haven't talked that much about Our Violent Ends because I'm really not having that great of a time. Honestly, I probably should DNF it, but I don't want to. I am listening to the audiobook, but if I DNF'd it, my reason I would list would be low intrigue. I'm just like not really caring, which leaves me like no thoughts. I don't have much to say about it. I don't really care. But I did just reach the halfway point of the Viscount Made Me Do It, and I'm still really enjoying this one. I do think right at this halfway point, the romance is starting to, you know, blossom. And so I'm excited for the second half of this and seeing how the couple will like come together. You know how romances go. It's a good fun time. It is like late afternoon. I'm hoping Chris will be home soon, but I do not know. So for now, I'm gonna go do some laundry, feed Mabel, you know, hang out, take care of some responsibilities, and then this evening I will be jumping back into reading. Potentially I could finish these books today. I have like 4 hours of the audiobook of Our Violent Ends left, and then historical romance like this I just read so fast that if I do end up having like a couple hours of time this evening, I probably could finish that in just a couple hours, but I won't promise anything because you never know how it's gonna go. I haven't changed my outfit like this whole time, but I'm steadily getting more sick. Chris does have to work all day today as well, so my mother-in-law is actually gonna come over and hang out with Mabel so that I can just lay in this bed in the bath and hopefully feel better. If anyone watching this is a single parent, shouts out to you because I could not do it. This is the first time I've been sick with a child and literally taking care
of somebody else when you feel this like ill and just exhausted seems near impossible. So for now, I have less than half of the Viscount Made Me Do It left to read. I'm gonna try to truck through this and just kind of chill today. Mabel's looking at like she can see me from the back of the camera. She's looking at it. Cute. But I am in the home stretch of this first vlog for Squash That series. I did finish the audiobook of Our Violent Ends, and I think I'm gonna give that 2 stars. I just, like I said before, zero intrigue. I really didn't care, and I feel like if you know the story of Romeo and Juliet, you kind of know where the story's going. Like, I knew what it was building towards, I guess. And I don't know if it was just like the wrong time for me to read this. I don't know, because I did really enjoy the first one. But 2 stars for that one, and I have like only 120 pages left of the Viscount Made Me Do It, so I think I have some time right now. I'm running some sprints on the Squash That series Discord. If you're not in that yet, I'm gonna link it down below because I have been doing sprints over there. I just ended up obviously not being as available as I anticipated this week. I do like to do live sprints. It just hasn't happened this week, but potentially this coming week I'll be able to do some more again. So come join us over in the Discord. It's fun. We chat, we do sprints. Good times. Good morning. Happy Monday. I was able to get Mabel off into daycare this morning. We're back at school. I'm going back to work. I am still a little sick. I feel like I have to keep saying this, but she was COVID tested twice. I've COVID tested twice. We do not have COVID. It is just a virus. And I am able to kind of like self-isolate at my desk at work. There's nobody too close to me. So I'm just going to stay at my desk today and hopefully not get anybody else sick. They all said that they are comfortable with me coming. So I'm going to go to work. But I just went through the Starbucks drive-thru last night. Chris ended up getting home way later than I thought he would. So I did bedtime by myself and was not able to finish the Viscount Made Me Do It. So I have like 10 minutes right now. I'm going to read more of this. I have less than 100 pages left and less than an hour of reading time according to Bookly. So I'm hoping to, like, if I don't finish this during the day today, finish it like as soon as I get home tonight. We are over a week into the readathon and I'm still on my second book. So I still want to get to the finish line. Okay, I'm here with some final thoughts. I did end up finishing the Viscount Made Me Do It pretty swiftly this evening. Chris has supper ready, so I'm just gonna quickly wrap this up. I did end up giving this 5 stars, which makes me feel good about this video. I had like a disappointment and then a 5-star read. I don't think I've mentioned that in this book also there is like a mystery subplot because the Viscount, or the main male love interest, his parents were murdered 10 years ago and you don't really know what happened, and throughout the book you do figure out who and why his parents were murdered. So like as a historical romance lover and also a mystery lover, this one really worked for me. So both books in this series so far have been 5 stars. So I have really high hopes for the third one. If I can work the third one into this readathon, I'm going to. But just to quickly recap, my first roll I landed on Flowers on the Cover and I read Our Violent Ends and I gave this 2 stars. And then my second roll I landed on Companion and picked the Viscount Made Me Do It. So I did already do my third roll. So stay tuned for the next vlog in this series. Squash That series goes until this Sunday at midnight. So I'm hoping to still make it to the end of the board. I hope you will stick around and see how I end up doing. But thank you so much for watching my steady decline into sickness this week. I'm hoping that next week I am making my way back to being healthy. I do think, I've said this already in this vlog, but I do think that we as a family are starting to feel better. So good things ahead. Thank you so much for spending some time with me this week, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.